38 years is a very long time in anyone's life. That's how long this man had been an invalid. He took up residence at the Sheepgate Pool in Jerusalem alongside others who were blind and lame and paralyzed, wanting a miracle, wanting change. And according to superstitious legend, beneath the pool there was a subterranean spring, and when it began to bubble and move, the first person into the water at that stage would be healed. I want to pause to reflect that life can be very difficult and very hard for so many people. Prayer itself doesn't seem to be answered. I want to acknowledge heartbrokenness and pain. Jesus came alongside the man and asked him what was really a very deep and penetrating question. Do you want to be healed? The man, in his reply, mentioned the fact that there was no one to get him into the water. He was never the first in the queue. And as he spoke, you can imagine his own disappointment, his rejection, his frustration, pent-up emotion over the years. Well, it wasn't the water that healed the man, but now Jesus, who spoke with power and authority. The healing happened on the Sabbath. According to man-made rules and regulations, that shouldn't have been the case. But life always triumphs over ritual, and the Spirit of God is so often on the move in spite of our efforts to quench him. The man is healed. When we look at this particular story, it crosses my mind that I often encounter people who are healthy and strong and fit, and yet they are full of all kinds of gripes and groans. On the other hand, I meet those who are really in pain and agony, and yet their lives reflect such radiance and beauty of spirit and faith and love and peace. So much can come down to our attitude, yours and mine. An attitude that either makes us bitter or better. Well, here we are looking at this man, and we find ourselves asking that same question: do you want to be healed? Sadly, I have encountered others who prefer to retell the narrative from the past, who are consumed by what has happened to them in the past, who can't let go, who are full of those ongoing resentments and hurts. They are consumed by what has happened to them, and they can't seem to be able to change. Joni Eareckson Tada was a healthy young lady. She dived at the age of 17 into shallow water, as a result of which she was left paralyzed. For a long part of her life, she found herself in absolute despair, had suicidal thoughts, was full of doubts, attended healing crusades, but Jesus didn't seem to answer her prayer. This is what she actually said: "He has chosen not to heal me, but to hold me. The more intense the pain, the closer the embrace." I long for that day when numbers will finally add up, when there is no more mourning or sickness or pain. In the meantime, my heart goes out to all those who suffer today. Let's pray together. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.